Hi, this is Mark Aragon. I'm the team lead for the NM Homies team. Just wanted to give you a real brief rundown of the home buying process. This is a great video if you're a first-time home buyer or if you even haven't bought a house for the last 20 years. On a yearly basis, things change. Again, this is recorded December of 2020, so things might change in the future. Things are constantly evolving. One of the things I do want to make mention of is that this is specific to the New Mexico market. It should apply for the most part across the nation, but each region is a little bit different. New York is going to be different than us. California is going to be different than us. Texas, each region is going to have their own specific criteria that they fall under in order to get a home purchased. But for the most part, broad strokes, this should take care of you. It's 5 steps that I'm going to go over. Each one of these steps deserves their own video. We'll probably be making videos on each one of those in the future. For the most part, we'll go over a 5-minute video on how to get into a new home. Very first step is a pre-approval. Once you're working with a mortgage lender, whether it's a bank that you bank at currently, if you want to contact us, we have quite a few lenders that we work with that have a great reputation that we're more than happy to trust. We can refer you to one of them, but they're the true gatekeepers. They hold all the answers. Once we can get you approved through them, they'll be able to answer whether or not you qualify for a home and help us set a budget that you're comfortable with. So let's get you pre-approved. Second step is house hunting. So we'll sit down with you. We'll try to develop exactly what you need versus what you want. You might, need a 3-bedroom with a large backyard, but you might want a hot tub with stainless steel appliances. Let's make sure we get as much that you actually need out of the way. And if we can, we'll try to find a way to get a property that's on a hot tub, it has a hot tub, or is on a corner lot, or is one of those kind of unique things that a lot of people look for. But, let's say you're a part-time mechanic or you're a hobbyist mechanic and you need a shop. Let's try to find that first, or a possibility to build that later. No home is 100% perfect for any person. I always say let's try and get you 80, 85, 90% of the way there. And over the next 2 to 3, 4 years, you're going to help build the home that you really love with remodels, upgrades. It's an investment, so don't ever expect to not be working on your home and improving your investment. So the second step is house hunting, where we're going to be there opening up doors for you and finding the perfect place. Once we find that home, the third step is making an offer. And that's where this is another area that needs a true video to itself, because there's a lot that goes into it, whether we're asking for closing costs, specific inspections, time frames, going over each contingency that's going to allow buyers to walk away from a property if they're not interested, or if there's something that's making them nervous. We can get you away from the property with as little damage to yourself as possible. We just need to know as much information up front as possible. So that's where we work hand in hand with you to craft the perfect deal that's going to work for you. Another note on offers really fast is that in today's market, again, December of 2020, it's an aggressive seller's market. Interest rates are extremely low, inventory is extremely low, so there's a high buyer demand and there's not a lot to purchase. So a lot of homes are being sold at a premium or above list price. I still think there's deals out there to be had, and a lot of it is getting your foot in the door and owning real estate, building equity, and manipulating your mortgages, your equity, later on down the line to create wealth. Our goal is to give our clients as much options as they can 1, 2, 3, 4 years down the road. Once you're under contract, though, the fourth step is the actual buying process. So that's where some areas will call it being an escrow, some call it under contract, some call it pending. You'll see online a lot of listings while you're searching might say pending. That means they're under contract. They're in escrow. 2 people have agreed, I will sell you a house, I will buy that house. We're going to get something going. So during that time frame, you'll have 3 people working for you. Your lender will be back checking all of your purchasing ability, your W-2s, your income. They'll verify your employment. They'll verify your down payments. It's very intrusive, but it's very necessary in order to obtain a loan. The title company is also going to be working for you. They'll make sure that you're getting a free and clear title from the sellers into your name. There's no crazy aunt or uncle out there saying that I also hold title to this house and I need proceeds from the sale. So they'll make sure that everything is clear going into your name. They'll record the property, and all funds and transfer of title will be handled through the title company. The real estate brokers will be working with you hand in hand to schedule inspections, whether it's a home inspection, electrical, sewer, roof inspection, lead-based paint. There's a lot that goes into doing the due diligence to make sure you're getting a property that you're totally comfortable with. You understand that, as it lies here, this is the house I'm buying. We're going to investigate the neighborhood. We're going to investigate the roof, the sewer, every bit that we can find out. We're going to do our best to find it out. From there, we'll do another renegotiation period, potentially asking for repairs, potentially asking for lower payments, but there is a renegotiation period that goes on there. So those are the 4 steps. Once all of that is done, any objections that we've come up with, any repairs we've requested are completed. The appraisal is done. Title's figured out their stuff. Everybody has said all of my job is done. We'll sit down at closing. You'll sign the closing documents and you'll get the keys to your house. It's pretty straightforward. So the 5th step is closing. Sitting down and saying, I agree that I've inspected the property and I'm happy with what's going on. The lender has told me how much I'm going to be paying a month and how much I need to bring to the table. I'm fine with that. And I'm getting a free and clear title. Give me the keys. So those are broad strokes. Each one of those deserves a video to themselves. The offer stage. Are you doing Tom fee or earnest money? Are we going to ask for the seller to pay for appraisals? Or are we going to ask for the seller to pay for your closing costs? Pre-approval section where you're working with a lender. What are your closing costs? How are those broken down? What is a down payment? What's PMI? What is involved with getting a loan? So I'm going to go a little bit over 5 minutes, but for the broad strokes, that's it. Pre-approval, let's get you with a lender. House hunting, we're happy to work with you. Evenings, weekends, whenever, you're our boss. Let's go and open up some properties and take a look at them. Offer, that's where we say sit down and let's make a deal. Under contract time frame, that's in escrow, doing all of our due diligence to make sure you're getting the home that you're okay with and you're more than happy to live in. And then closing. So 5 steps. It's not rocket scientist. It's not difficult, but it is complex, and each transaction is unique based on their region, based on the house, based on the exact situation that you're looking for. I have buyers who want foreclosures, and they only want to try and flip properties. And there's a very complex thing that goes on with that. I have buyers who are like, I never want to lift a hammer for the rest of my life. Show me new construction, and let's figure out how to do that. So each one, that's 2 very different buyer types. And we're more than happy to work with each one of you. Keep a lookout. We're going to do more videos on each aspect of this, but for the most part, this should get you 50% of the way there. For more information, or if you have questions, feel free to follow us on social media at NM Homies. Slide into our DMs and give us any questions that you have. If you want to follow our website, it's nmhomies.com. Feel free to like, subscribe our stuff. We'll try to give as much relevant information as we can. Again, my name is Mark Aragon. I'm happy to work with you guys. I'm happy to work with you. If you're in Albuquerque, if you're in New Mexico, if you're in the United States, we can try and help you out and figure out the best possible way to get you into a home. So have a good one. Talk to you guys soon.